Hey guys, Jason here. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to play riffs between chords. So we're going to dive into what I call metal rhythm transitions, and I'm also going to give you 3 places to put these riffs between chords. Alright guys, before we jump into this metal guitar lesson, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and ding the little bell so you get the notification when I release a new video. I release metal guitar videos on a weekly basis, and I also give you some recording tips from time to time. Okay, so let's dive right into the first riffs between chords that I'm going to share with you. And this is probably the most common place that you want to play a riff between those chords, and it's between the verse of the song and the chorus. Alright, so for our first example, I'm going to play a song that has the riffs between the verse and the chorus, but I want to play it without those riffs the first time around. Alright, so that was without the transition. If you know the song, you're probably like, wait dude, you missed a part. So here's the song, the verse to chorus with those riffs between those chords. So here we go. So you heard the first time around there was no transition, and for those of you who know the song, it's Killswitch Engage, Rose of Sharyn, my version of that, of course. Of course, I'm playing that in a completely different key. My guitar's not tuned to what they tune to. But anyway, you know, aside from my playing, I want you to grasp the concept of, you know, hearing the verse to chorus with no transition, you know, with no riffs between those chords, and then hearing the verse and chorus with those riffs between the chords with that transition there, and how, you know, how smoothly it takes it from one place to another. The second place you may want to consider playing riffs between chords is if the verse is elongated. I said elongated. Alright guys, so I'm going to play this verse for you. Now this is a very simple verse. It's one of the songs I'm writing from a new album. It's probably the most simple song I've ever written in my life as far as the verse goes. But we're only going to be playing 4 chords, so I'm going to show you those chords right now. We're starting out with a C power chord. I'm in standard tuning. We're going from a C to an E minor. I'm going to let that ring out for a little bit. And then we're going to go from an F sharp over D back to the E minor. So here's the timing. I wish I had a drummer behind me. Now, the first verse in this particular song, that's going to happen, then it's actually going to happen again because the first verse is like longer. So instead of continuing to play that whole thing, I'm going to throw some riffs in between those chords to break it up a little bit. So here's what I'm going to play. So you see how that broke it up. Now, had I continued playing that same part for the entire verse, had I just continued playing that, it would have gotten stale. You're like, okay, you've played this enough, go to something else now. And I think as metal guitar players, we do get that itch. It's like, okay, do something else. You know, I want to hear, that's cool and all, but I want to hear something else. So that riff, what I'm playing here, is all on the E string, and it's kind of like a pull-off. And I'm starting from the 10th fret to the 12th and pulling off to the open string. And And I'm just kind of walking that down. I go from 10-12, then we're going from 8-10, then 7-8, then 5-7. So again. Then right back. So you can see how you don't have to play that particular riff. If you don't want to play that riff, you can play something else. But I just want you to grasp the idea of, if you have a long chorus, throw something in the middle there to break it up a little bit. The third and final place I want to share with you where you really should throw in some riffs between chords is between whatever you're playing going into where the guitar solo is going to be. So I'm going to show you another song that I am writing. Actually, I just finished writing it for the new album, so it's not released yet. But basically, I play the chorus of the song, and I want to go into the main guitar solo. So instead of going from chorus straight to the chords for that main guitar solo, I want some riffs in between. I want something to kind of build up to tell me, hey, we're done with the chorus, but something really cool is about to happen. So it's kind of building you up for that guitar solo. So I'm going to show you the riff, and then I just want to talk about the concept of what I'm doing here. So here it is. I'm playing this on the 7 string, by the way. Kind of a death metal style. So if you have a 6 string and you're in regular tuning, it would sound like this. So all I'm doing is I'm having those triplets kind of going on the open string there, and then I'm going from 7 to 3 to 5 to 2. Real fast death metal style like there. So after I do that, so chorus comes, and then we've got that transition riff. We've got those riffs between those chords, and then I start the chords to the guitar solo. So more than the notes there, more than learning that particular riff, I just really want you to grasp the concept of, maybe having something real cool, having some sort of riff between the chords or some kind of transition, as you're going into that guitar solo, because it kind of preps you for that. It's like, okay, I'm done with the chorus, that was cool, and instead of going right into that solo, you have this transition there. You have these riffs going on, and it's like kind of building up to that, that climax, that guitar solo. So it kind of gets the listener prepared a little better for what he's about to experience. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, learning the riffs between chords and more importantly, where to place those metal rhythm transitions. So again, the whole point, I know I've said this already before, is for the song not to sound stagnant and stale. And it's real easy to do in metal music. And even if you're playing a lot of riffs, a lot of the death metal and progressive metal, you've got a lot of movement, and even in the verse and chorus or whatever, but you still want some sort of transitional riff to separate those two so that people know when they're listening, it's like, okay, this is a different part of the song that we're going to. We're going from the verse to the chorus, or to a bridge, or going into a guitar solo, or I've got a super long verse, so I need to throw something in the middle to break it up a little bit. So again, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If this was helpful, please share this. Like, share, comment, all that good stuff, but definitely share it with your guitar playing buddies and say, hey man, I found this cool video, let's sit down and learn this together. And if you have any questions, guys, leave those in the comments as well. You guys know I always answer your questions. So thank you once again for watching my video. Until next time, keep it metal.